Alright everybody, Adrian here, back to farming, sort of. Have it, I kinda wanted to buy the new game in the Highland Fishing, but don't really want to spend money, so felt I'd come back to FS22 and maybe make it even a little bit more difficult and make myself another map. And even more of a challenge, start out on a forestry map and see what, if anything, we can do from here. So we're on the forestry challenge map, and to my surprise, when I started, I was gated in here. Luckily, I found one gate here, so we can at least get out of this trap. Uh, this is the stuff we're gonna start off with. Am I in the right thing? So yeah, we're gonna start off here with the Lintrack tractor here, the chainsaw, the trailer, logging trailer, and then the little log fork section there. And try and create ourselves some maps. So this could be a really long series if you smash that like button. Uh, Maybe really long series. Play this a little bit realistic along with non-realistic maybe. Looks like, I don't even know if I can, was initially, maybe I was going to set up the farm over here somewhere, but I don't think you can even build in here anyway. And as far as land, we only own this, which actually right now we're about ready to start going out that way is where the gate is, it looks like. So we only own this land, and the rest of the land is obviously pretty expensive. Wanted to start out new farm, 100 grand. This equipment, wanted to do it somewhat real, but I might have to cheat in some money to at least buy all the lands, and then I think there might be a mod start from scratch where you can erase your money. But nonetheless, now I guess it's nothing better than to start chopping out trees because it looks like you get a shop and a place to fix vehicles, a place to sell the logs, and a place to sleep. Other than that, it's party time with the trees, I guess. And then try and create some kind of map. I have some kind of general sketch of for a couple things I want them to be, but it looks like there's one, whatever. There's one field on the map way out there, but eventually there'll be hopefully a bunch of fields over there. But nonetheless, I just got to start cutting down some trees and trimming them and selling logs and try and make some money here. I don't know how much money this is actually going to make, but I guess we'll see. And I'll start off with this stuff right now, uh, unless I get some kind of whatever cheap mod to get rid of the trees. But said try and do this somewhat real for a little while. So I'll see you quite some time, or after I cut down quite a few more trees at least. Alrighty, I'm getting started here, hacking down some trees. Bought an axe as well too, but it kind of sucks. Now I got to start trimming them and picking them up. Not exactly sure how I want to do these. If I want to clear out areas and start putting buildings or cutting out fields immediately, or just clear the areas that I want. I'm obviously not going to cut down every single tree on this map, but I mean, we got these hack marked roadways that are kind of already here, so at least start going off of some of these, and then started cutting myself this way, and then the way I think I'm kind of planning on doing things is obviously there's the one field already here, so I'm thinking this area ish is going to be my fields, I'll put an animal dealer over here. This will be like the animal section. I want to put a big like greenhouse section up here. Then over in this area of the map is where all the sell points or factories or doodad and stuff are going to be there. I had this as my farm, but I think this is a shop, and not gonna have to not be able to put the shop there, and then maybe put a town area here. But the farm area is probably gonna have to be somewhere around. Actually, yeah, somewhere not too far off of where I'm. Probably not too far off from where I'm at. And I don't know about as far as the fencing, if that's a thing. Like if they, because I think it just stays here. I don't think you can do anything with these fences. The thing I hate, this is what I hate absolutely the most about letting down trees. Half time it doesn't work, and the chainsaw's kind of loud and really loud and annoying. That's one reason why I don't do so much forestry. Time consuming, loud. Something different. We can try and make an actual farm and map out of this map and give ourselves a pretty big challenge here. Yeah, start cutting down the way and trimming these up, and then picking them up and see how much money we can make off trees. So, seeing when I have a trailer loaded up. I already got a tiny bit loaded up. Let's see what we can at least make for this. Probably going to be quite the doozy. It's kind of the plan, trying to put those things up and knowing how long to cut them and whatnot. I just have to think about manually most of them. Thought I just went on and pressed the button. $2,700. Not a whole hell of a lot. I tried using this front to pick stuff up, but whoops. But this thing is kind of a pain in the ass. Too many control groups. And kind of takes forever, but if I don't cut them down, obviously if I don't cut them down small enough, can't pick them up. depth perception is probably not the greatest. Oh, I think I got both. There we go. That's pretty much the deal. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Alright, now time for the unrealistic time. So I got myself a wood chipper because the old-fashioned way is going to take a long time and a lot of patience. And hopefully this works because I usually do have the big pipe on the top of it spraying and it wood chips into a trailer. But that's a $100,000 upgrade. So I'm just going to chop down a few of these trees that I already have felled, then try and sell the wood chips and see if it's about the same amount of money of selling a few of the logs loaded up. I already did a couple stumps, so I don't like how it's not going up. It's still showing 0 liters, but they were just stumps. So, trees actually. There we go. So that's actually liters. We'll take down a few trees and it should be around the same equivalent of loading them up on a trailer. Get one more tree and then I'll go sell it and get this piece of wood. And I'll go sell it and see how much money I can make from that and see if it's someone on par. Okay. Well, I'm going to try not to look at it, so. Oops, I think I got that one done. So, 18,000 liters, I think it says, as opposed to loading up the trailer with a bunch of logs. Now, how do I sell this thing? Might have to turn on the help menu, sorry. Put it in the pipe like that. And that's a wood chip here. Alright, so now we're definitely doing the cheat way, so cheating in money so I could get the pipe upgrade here on this thing, 100 grand, so it shoots it into a trailer. And then obviously now I can sell those wood chips. I haven't devoured any more trees. And I just bought a modest trailer of 18 grand or something like that, but only owns 12,000. So I think once I turn the truck or the tractor back on, I'll spit the rest of that stuff that was remaining in there. But we have to start it anyway. So let's sell this and see how much we get from doing it this way. Seeing if any, yeah, it's just automatically shoot it as it's stuffing. So I know we got way more of that one. Interesting. I got a lot more selling the wood chips, and I really did only devour whatever you saw, 4 or 5 trees. That's 623 whatever per 1,000 liters, I think it is. For wood's going for $3,200, but I don't know what it's I think I'll make way more this way, make way more money this way anyway. So I guess I'm gonna let this thing go crazy a little bit, just feed money in so I can buy all of the land. How do I do that again? So yeah, then I can buy all the land, but these plots are a million, 760, almost a million. Yeah, so $5 or $6 million. I need to buy the whole entire plot before I can not worry about what trees I'm cutting down, which direction I'm going, and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna let it cheat a bunch of money and buy all the land, and then figure out a way to get rid of the money. So I'm gonna start devouring more trees and see when that area kind of over there is clear. And I might as well do it where take out sections and then put in kind of what I want there. So might as well build well, I did want to do that anyway, but might as well start going this way and build a new shop area. Because then we can do that here, and then like I talked about earlier about the animal, whatever, animal husbandry where you buy them, whatever. And then all the animals over here, and greenhouses and factories and sell point and field action. So then we can build a farm here, and then maybe I'll find a house somewhere, maybe eventually. But right now we'll camp out at the shop for the tent. But I'm gonna clear out more area, try and get a shop going in here. Clear out some of this area. I might as well take down that tree with this and that, because it's gonna not stuff like perfect stuff. I'm not moving there. We're gonna move a little more this on the that's weird, it didn't take that one. Oh yeah. With the trailer, but I thought it was really still in the front. Let's see that. I might have to saw it a little bit at a time. That's weird. Yeah, we're gonna need more than that for. Way more area than this from the shop, so I'm gonna keep shredding a little bit. Maybe I should just go all the way to the almost to the berm. Go to the berm, and I'm not too far up there, so I want to shred a bunch of these trees. Figure out why it's not adding up. Yeah, that could take both sides of anyway, I think. That's not shredding. I guess. Go ahead. Didn't like this stuff. Did I just do that? Yeah. So, something of that nature, so I can make area for whatever, the farm, the shop area, and start. I guess I'll just, if I can fit through the trees, maybe I can just drive through the trees or cut my way through until I get to an area of where I want to build those said sections. But I'll stop boring you and I'll see you guys back in a second when cut out a shop area. Alright, I started to dig this area out over here instead. If that came up, the shop, instead of this immediate area, kind of here. I'm going to dig it back, kind of farther back towards the shop, because that's where, like that way is where a lot of the animal type crap anyway. So we're going to build a shop, and as much as I can here, it's flattish. I don't know if I want to screw with landscaping there or I'll mess it up even more, so yeah. Try and throw a couple of these cheap buildings, I'll fit some stuff in it, try not to get too crazy with money, because I'm not trying to be a little bit stick here. What if I had like 80 grand before I started cheating and money, and then I bought the $18,000 whatever trailer. We won't count the modification because that was part of keeping the money. So, what do we say? We get about 60 grand? That's not enough for buildings, but I'm going to go sell a shit ton of wood chips here now anyway, so that's going to make me some real money. But we'll throw down some buildings over there, maybe throw in a couple more trees and do a few. Well, I own all of the land, so I got rid of the government subsidy thing. So I log off here soon. That's when I'll find out. They get rid of money. They get rid of money, man. But I've already sold whatever, 40 grand in wood chips, and about to sell another probably 40 grand worth, and then I cleared out a little more space for. Probably should put a bigger, much bigger shed, because I could already see nothing was going to fit. Clear up more space and put a little bit bigger production here for a shed, and gonna have to store some machinery and probably bigger machinery later. Maybe not. At least a bigger trailer that holds more than 12,000. So keep on saying I'll see you in a few, but we'll see you when I build the shed. And then thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment, and I'll try and continue this adventure of trying to make a map out of this madness of forest. Alrighty. It is what it is. As I said, I'm not good with the smoothing landscaping. I tried a tiny bit smoothing land over here, but then I thought I was working, but I guess I was just building a little bit of a trench, because I wanted to throw two of these down, but it wouldn't fit anyway, because it kept on telling me it was gliding with stuff. So one's gonna have to do. A Dutch single door shed. I mean, it's pretty huge anyway, so I can fit a lot of crap in here. Might be hard getting up into here until I figure this stuff out, but I could probably easily go up in that way. But then I wanted to at least throw something down, but need a lot more space than I thought, and it's going to be a lot more harder than I thought to throw down stuff that's flat, probably. I want to do some other little random shed down. Maybe I'll get. I think I might have a mod for lights, and maybe I'll throw some lights in here or something. But That's at least going to be my shop area. That's at least going to be my shop area cut out. So that's in this area. And then I want to buy whatever. I still can't remember. It's beyond me what the animal dealer. There it is. So I'm over here, and the animals are going to be back here. So I kind of want to start cutting out the animal section next, so something can make me money, or at least on the way over towards where I'm going to have the greenhouse section before I start getting over towards the field stuff. Plus, I'd rather do other stuff other than the fields. So that's at least the shop, and that's at least the start of this first map. So we'll see how crazy hilly all this stuff is, because I might have to just drive up a ways and cut a path through 2 flat sections, because maybe none of this is flat. I mean, it gets flat all the way up here, so I might have to cut my way all the way back here, a road. That's probably what I'm going to have to do, and then clear out more like this section for animal stuff. It's where I wanted it anyway, so that's going to work. So it's mainly just going to have to cut a path up this way, not all of those trees. Get up to some area that's kind of flat so I can stick animals up there and call it a day. And said I'll find a house eventually, but for now we'll just camp out of the shop. So when I need to sleep, but farming some old man doesn't need to sleep ever. So see y'all later.